First ones.
Where's Vinny?
Chaos. Andy?
Arne, it looked a very comfortable afternoon work for you. Is that how you saw it?
Yeah, that's mostly because we scored an early goal. It's been a few times now that we played a home game that we conceded a goal in the start of the game. But I think today is the way you want to start the game. We were aggressive, dominant. For 85 minutes, they hardly have been on our half, I think. It is a counter-attack threat with the wingers they have and with Dilap. But we managed to control that so well because of the amount of work we've put in. Yeah, then in the end, of course, we're all a bit disappointed with conceding a corner, the first one this season. But for 85 minutes, it was almost a perfect performance against a team that goes to such a low block. That's not always easy then, but the way we did it for 85 minutes was really good.
And was there more difficult for a goal, more impacts, lost it, seems from the last 25 yards, about 30 seconds later.
Yeah.
And the manager was just throwing much of it.
Yeah, it's also nice that you come up with it, because mostly it's about Mo, it's about his contract, or it's about his goals, and now it's about his defensive work rate. So no, I think that stood out because it was a moment which we could all see. But I think if you look at almost all the times we've lost the ball, I saw a reaction of many players like that. And that is what I mean with playing against a team with fast wingers, with a good number 9 that goes to such a low block. It's so difficult to control the counter-attack, and the only way to do so is what Mo did in this moment, and all the other players did in different moments. And that's why I was pleased with our performance today.
Hi, Andy. I just want to ask you about Dominic Szoboszlai. At the start of the season, he was only having 1-2 shots per game. In the last 3 or 4 games, he's been having 5, 6, 7 shots per game. Is that something you said? Have you literally said to him, take more shots?
I think that's the development the team is in, because when we played Brentford, we had 37 shots, a record in the Premier League for an away team. So and then because he's involved in that team, he will probably take a few shots then as well. So it is us, the players behind the ball, bringing our attacking players even more in promising positions than we did in the beginning of the season. Then if you zoom in on Dom, I think in the beginning of the season he would have played that ball to Mo, which was for most of the time a very good choice, because Mo can definitely score a goal as well. And now he decided to go for himself and scored the goal himself. So nice for him, because he's, in my opinion, he's a bit underestimated. Not by me, but he doesn't always get the credits for the fact that he's very important for this team, because his work rate is unbelievable. He just keeps on running with the highest intensity, and that is so important for a team that wants to compete for something.
Arne, 300 appearances for Liverpool for Virgil Van Dijk today, obviously, and all this quality on the ball that you see him today, just constantly talking, giving instructions to people. How important is that to have a leader like that on the pitch, as well as everything that he brings on the ball?
Yeah, if I have to make a list of what Virgil brings to this team, then we can just go to the next press conference on Tuesday evening against PSV, because he brings so many positives to this team. Bringing the ball out from the back, defending, his composure. Is composure the right word?
Yes.
He's definitely a leader. As a manager, I haven't worked with a lot of players that can say that they are a leader, but Virgil is definitely a leader. He's always, not only on the pitch, but also on the training ground. The moment we start the training, he's the loudest one and always leads by example. So, he's having a fantastic season, but I think he's already having 7, 8 fantastic seasons over here.
Joe?
Endo seemed to get a painful one in the chest, and then I think got caught with the face as well. I mean, were you concerned at that stage when you saw it?
Yeah. When the foul was made, I was like, ooh, that doesn't look good. And the reactions from the players that were around him showed me that I was like, ooh, let's wait and see. But after the game, you know, what is immediately during the game already, he shakes his head 1 or 2 times and just goes again. His mentality is unbelievable. And he was fine. So it was only a yellow, so I assume that the fear I had was not realistic because, it was only a yellow.
Or the score was 3 or 4-0, so the referee decided not to give a red card because it was a close game.
I don't know. In general, I don't think referees act like that because if they do so, they hear it from probably the people above them. You have to do what is necessary. So I assume that it was a yellow. I haven't seen it back, but I assume it was a yellow.
Matt?
Annie, there's something about what you said yesterday about your father and the fan. Does that mean he was a Liverpool fan before you arrived at Liverpool? And do you think he would have been more entertained there?
What I meant and what I said was that after the Lille game, he said for Liverpool standards and maybe even for the standards where my teams play, he found it not as exciting as all the ones before, because I think 3 days before we had 37 shots in an away game at Brentford. So I think we've set the bar or the standards quite high, even for my father. For him to say maybe the Lille game wasn't as exciting as all the other games I've seen from Liverpool and from my former clubs. It would be a bit simple or cheap to say that he was the biggest fan of Liverpool before I arrived here, because that's simply not true. He was the biggest fan of Feyenoord because I worked there. And at the moment, he's one of the biggest fans of Liverpool because I work here.
Thank you.